Listen to me now. There comes a time in every man's life when he stands at the edge of destiny. It is not a gentle whisper. It is not a quiet suggestion. It is a roar, a thunder, a call that shakes the soul. This is that time. This is that hour. And for you, there is no turning back. You see, life does not hand out crowns for free. It does not reward the weak. It does not wait for the hesitant. Life crushes the timid and exalts only those who are bold enough, strong enough, relentless enough to answer the call. And right now, the call is here, the call to destiny. Destiny is not a gift. It is a burden. It is heavy like iron chains on your shoulders. It will test your body. It will test your mind. And it will break your spirit if you are not prepared. But those who stand tall beneath that weight, those who refuse to bend, who refuse to break, they are the ones who rise above the ashes and carve their names into the walls of eternity. Do you feel it? That tension inside your chest? That fire that refuses to die? That is destiny knocking at your door, and you must decide, will you open it, or will you let fear keep you locked away in the prison of your own doubt? There are no shortcuts here, no easy paths. Every step forward will demand sacrifice. Every choice will carry a price. But hear me on this, the price of weakness, the price of hesitation, the price of ignoring this call is far greater. Because when destiny calls and you do not answer, it does not wait for you. It passes you by, and once it is gone forever. This is not about comfort. This is not about safety. This is about legacy. This is about standing before the world, before history, and proving that you were not born to fade away. You were born to fight, to endure, to rise. Understand this, the world does not remember those who played it safe. The world remembers the warriors, the builders, the visionaries, the ones who stared at the impossible and refused to back down. They felt the same fear you feel now. They felt the same doubt, but they looked destiny in the eyes and said, I will not surrender. I will not run. I was made for this. And so are you. You cannot hide from who you are meant to be. You cannot silence the voice inside that says, there is more. There is greater. There is higher. That voice is not your enemy. That voice is your compass. It is calling you to step into the fire, to embrace the challenge, to transform into the person you were born to become. Yes, the road is brutal. Yes, the nights will be long, the battles endless, the enemies fierce. But what is the alternative? To sit in the shadows, to watch life pass by while your heart screams for more. That is not living. That is dying with your eyes open. So rise up now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for approval, for permission, for guarantees. There are no guarantees. There is only this moment, this chance, this call. And if you do not seize it, if you do not grab it with both hands and hold on with everything you have, then destiny will slip away and you will spend the rest of your life wondering what could have been. Do not let that happen. Do not be the one who looks back with regret. Be the one who looks forward with power, with pride, with fire in your eyes. Be the one who chooses to answer the call and embrace the destiny that has been placed before you. This is the moment. The world is watching. History is waiting. The call has been made and it is final. Step into it, claim it, live it. Because destiny does not wait. Destiny demands. And only the strong, only the relentless, only the fearless will answer. So I ask you now, what will you do? Will you shrink back into the shadows, or will you step forward into the light? Will you ignore the call, or will you rise to it? The choice is yours. The time is now. The call to destiny is here. Answer it with all your strength, and the world will never forget your name. Listen carefully, because this is truth. Power is not a prize. Power is a burden. Responsibility is not a decoration you hang around your neck. It is a mountain strapped to your back. And when you carry it, you will either grow stronger than steel or you will be crushed into dust. There is no middle ground. So many people crave the spotlight. They crave the position, the applause, the recognition. They think responsibility is about being served, about standing tall while others bow. But that is the illusion of fools. True responsibility is not about being served. It is about serving. It is about carrying the weight when no one else can. It is about being the shield when others are too weak to stand. The weight of responsibility will test you in ways comfort never will. When the eyes of millions are upon you, when their hope rests on your shoulders, when their future depends on your strength, you will understand what pressure really means. You cannot run from it. You cannot hide from it. You must embrace it, because only then will you discover what you are truly made of. When you hold responsibility, every decision becomes heavier. Every word you speak, every action you take carries consequences that ripple far beyond your sight. One choice can inspire a nation, and one mistake can shatter it. This is not a game. This is not about ego. This is about life, about legacy, about truth. The weight of responsibility strips away weakness. It exposes the coward. It exposes the pretender. It exposes the ones who only wanted the glory but never had the guts. But for those who endure, for those who do not break, responsibility becomes the fire that forges greatness. You must understand this. It is easy to be strong when nothing depends on you. It is easy to fight when you are only fighting for yourself. But when you carry others, when their dreams, their safety, their future rest on your strength, then the real challenge begins. That is when the nights become sleepless. That is when doubt whispers in your ear, telling you that you are not enough, that the weight is too heavy, that you should step aside. But that is also the moment when destiny tests your soul. And the only way forward is to stand tall beneath the burden, to grit your teeth, to lock your jaw, and to say, I will carry this weight. I will not give in. I will not collapse. If I must bleed, if I must suffer, if I must give everything I have, then so be it, because the responsibility is mine, and I will not betray it. This is the mindset of true leaders. They do not ask for an easy path. They do not beg for lighter loads. They demand the weight because they know the weight is what makes them strong. The weight is what separates the weak from the powerful. The weight is what transforms ordinary men into legends. Every empire, every movement, every victory in history was carried on the shoulders of someone who refused to drop the burden. They could have run, they could have crumbled, they could have said, "This is too much for me." But they did not. They carried the weight until their legs trembled, until their hearts nearly broke. And that is why their names are remembered. You must decide right now, will you carry your responsibility or will you throw it aside? Will you honor the trust placed in you or will you betray it? Will you let the weight make you or will you let it crush you? Because responsibility will not disappear. If you drop it, someone else must pick it up. If you abandon it, others will pay the price. And that is why true leaders do not run. True leaders do not quit. True leaders take the weight, they strap it to their backs, and they climb the mountain no matter how steep, no matter how brutal, no matter how endless the journey feels. And when they reach the top, when they finally stand above the struggle, they do not boast about their strength. They do not brag about their triumph. They simply look back and say, I carried what was mine to carry. I bore the weight and I did not fall. That is responsibility. That is power. That is the price of leadership. And if you accept it, if you embrace it with every fiber of your being, then no burden can break you, no weight can crush you, and no force on earth can stop you from becoming what you were meant to be. Listen now, because this is not a suggestion. This is not advice. This is the warning. It does not whisper. It does not negotiate. It roars like thunder across the sky, demanding to be heard. And once it comes, you cannot pretend you did not hear it. You cannot escape it. You cannot hide from it. The warning is final and it will not be ignored. Life always gives signals before it delivers judgment. Small tremors before the quake, quiet signs before the storm, gentle taps before the hammer falls. The warning is the last chance, the final door, the moment when everything inside you is tested. Ignore it and you walk into ruin. Listen to it and you can rise into strength you never thought possible. The warning is not punishment. It is a gift. It is a chance to stop, to turn, to face the truth before destruction crashes down. But most people do not listen. They laugh, they dismiss, they keep walking the path of pride and arrogance until the ground collapses beneath them. The warning was there. The signal was clear, but they refused to believe, and by the time they realized it was too late, The warning comes to strip away illusions. It comes to shake you from your comfort, to tear apart the lies you tell yourself, to show you the consequences of your choices. It is not gentle. It is not polite. It is hard. It is brutal. It is unrelenting, because destiny knows you will not change without force. You will not wake up unless you are shaken awake. When the warning comes, you must decide: do you resist it, fight against it, cling to your arrogance, and continue down the same road? Or do you humble yourself, accept the truth, and rise into something greater? The warning is not here to destroy you. It is here to save you, but only if you are willing to listen. There is a pattern in history. Every empire that fell, every leader that collapsed, every man who lost everything, they all ignored the warning. They thought they were untouchable. They thought the rules did not apply to them. They thought they could play with power, with corruption, with pride, and never face the consequences. But the warning always comes, and when it is ignored, destruction always follows. This is the moment of decision. When you feel the warning, when it strikes your heart and shakes your mind, you cannot delay. Delay is defeat. Hesitation is destruction. The warning does not stay forever. It is a chance, and like all chances, it will vanish if you do not act. And once it is gone, regret will eat you alive. The warning says, change now. Correct your path now. Let go of pride now. Do not wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised. Do not think you can gamble with time, because time always wins. The warning is mercy before the judgment. And if you are wise, you will take it. Make no mistake, the warning will break you if you resist it. The harder you cling to arrogance, the harder the fall will be. If you choose lies over truth, if you choose pride over humility, if you choose weakness over strength, the warning will not protect you. It will crush you. It will expose you. It will bring you to your knees, because destiny does not bend to ego. Destiny demands transformation, and if you will not embrace it willingly, it will be forced upon you. But there is another path. The warning can be your turning point. It can be the fire that burns away your weakness, the storm that clears your vision, the hammer that forges your character into steel. If you accept it, if you bow your head not in defeat but in discipline, the warning becomes your salvation. It becomes the moment when you rise higher than you ever dreamed possible. The choice is in your hands. Ignore the warning and destruction will come. Embrace the warning and destiny will open its gates. This is not a small decision. This is the line between greatness and ruin, between legacy and failure, between rising as a leader or collapsing as a cautionary tale. The warning has been given. It is here right now. Do not turn away. Do not run. Face it. Listen to it. Let it transform you, because if you do, the very thing that came to break you will be the thing that makes you unbreakable. And if you don't, then the fall will be swift and the regret will last forever. There comes a moment in every life where the road splits in two, a moment where destiny places before you a choice so clear, so undeniable, that it defines who you are and who you will become. You cannot walk both paths. You cannot linger in the middle. You must choose, and the choice you make will echo through eternity. The choice is simple, but it is not easy. On one side lies the road of pride, of arrogance, of self-destruction. It is wide, it is comfortable, it is filled with applause from those who are blind, but it leads only to collapse. It ends in ruin, in regret, in a legacy of wasted potential. On the other side lies the road of humility, of courage, of transformation. It is narrow, it is steep, it is lonely. Few have the strength to walk it, but it leads to greatness. It leads to redemption. It leads to a legacy that can never be erased. The choice is before you right now, not tomorrow, not someday, not when you feel ready. Right now. Life does not wait for your convenience. Destiny does not pause until you feel comfortable. The decision must be made in this very moment, because hesitation is itself a choice, the choice of weakness, the choice of fear, the choice that guarantees failure. You know the truth already. Deep down, you feel it. The road of pride calls to your ego. It whispers that you don't need to change, that you are already untouchable, that you can ignore the warning and keep walking as you are. But you also know where that road leads. You've seen it in history, you've seen it in others, and you've felt the cracks forming in yourself. Pride always ends in destruction. Pride always falls, and then there is the harder road, the road of humility and strength. This road requires you to admit your flaws. It demands that you look in the mirror and face the truth. It asks you to strip away the lies, the excuses, the masks, and stand raw and exposed before yourself and the world. It is painful. It is humiliating. It will break the version of you that has been hiding behind arrogance, but it will also build something stronger, something unstoppable, something worthy of destiny. The choice is not just about you. Do not think for 1 second that your decision affects only your own life. Every choice sends shockwaves. Every choice ripples outward to touch your family, your followers, your nation, your world. If you choose pride, others will suffer. If you choose transformation, others will rise with you. The weight of this choice is greater than you can imagine, because you are not just choosing for yourself, you are choosing for everyone who looks to you, everyone who depends on you, everyone who believes in you. Do not be fooled into thinking you can escape the decision. To do nothing is still a choice. To ignore is still a choice. And the consequences will come no matter what. The only question is whether those consequences will be destruction or redemption, whether they will bury you or elevate you. The road of pride will tempt you because it is easier. It requires nothing of you except to stay the same. But understand this: easy is deadly. Easy destroys. Easy kills the spirit, corrupts the heart, and poisons the legacy. Nothing great has ever been built on easy. Nothing lasting has ever come from pride. The road of humility and courage will terrify you because it demands everything. It demands discipline. It demands sacrifice. It demands that you kill the weakness inside and rebuild from the ashes. But that is where greatness is born. That is where destiny takes root. That is where leaders are made, not by choosing the easy way, but by choosing the right way. So what will it be? Will you let pride blind you? Will you choose arrogance and walk willingly into destruction? Or will you choose humility, courage, and transformation and rise to the destiny that was always waiting for you? The choice is yours. No one can make it for you. No one can walk the road in your place. This is your moment, your decision, your defining point. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. Choose now. Choose wisely, because once the choice is made, it will shape the rest of your life. And remember this: greatness is never an accident. It is always the result of a choice. Choose to rise, and you will rise. Choose to fall, and you will fall. The road is open before you. Take the right path, and destiny will be yours. Time is the most merciless force you will ever face. It does not stop. It does not pause. It does not care about your excuses, your fears, or your delays. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. And that is why urgency is everything. Without urgency, dreams rot, opportunities vanish, and destinies are lost. With urgency, mountains are moved, history is made, and greatness is seized. Too many people think they have time. They think tomorrow is guaranteed. They think they can wait until the moment feels right, until conditions are perfect, until everything lines up. But let me tell you the truth. There is no perfect time. There is no perfect moment. Waiting is a lie. Waiting is poison. And every time you wait, you trade away the most precious thing you will ever own, the present moment. The urgency is now, not later, not someday, not when you feel ready. Now, because hesitation kills, delay destroys. While you wait, the window of opportunity closes. While you wait, the fire inside you grows cold. While you wait, someone else with more urgency, more hunger, more drive steps in and takes what should have been yours. You cannot afford to move slowly. You cannot afford to drag your feet. Destiny does not reward the hesitant. It rewards the relentless. It rewards the one who acts, who moves, who seizes the chance with both hands and refuses to let go. Do you understand what is at stake? Every dream you have, every vision, every purpose, every future, it all hangs on the choices you make in the moments that matter. And those moments do not last forever. They appear, and if you do not act with urgency, they disappear, never to return. That is the reality. That is the law of time. The urgency is not panic. It is not chaos. It is focus. It is intensity. It is the fire in your gut that says, I cannot waste another second. I cannot lose another day. I must act now with everything I have, or I will regret it forever. That is urgency. Look around at history, at every man and woman who rose to greatness. Do you think they waited? Do you think they sat back, hoping the right moment would arrive? No. They moved when it was dangerous. They acted when others hesitated. They seized the moment because they knew the moment would never wait for them. That is the difference between greatness and obscurity, the sense of urgency. The clock is always ticking. You may not see it, but it is there, ticking with every breath you take, ticking with every step you make, ticking closer and closer to the end. You cannot stop it. You cannot slow it down. You cannot rewind it. All you can do is use the time you have right now with a sense of urgency that refuses to be denied. And understand this urgency is not just about speed. It is about direction. It is about moving with purpose, with clarity, with discipline. The one who moves urgently but blindly will burn out, but the one who moves urgently with focus will conquer. The urgency must be fueled by vision, by responsibility, by the warning you have already received. Urgency must become the energy that drives you to make the choice, to transform, to rise before the chance is gone forever. Do not lie to yourself. Do not say, I will start tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. Do not say, I still have time. You don't know how much time you have. And when it runs out forever. All you have is now. This breath, this moment, this decision, this action, that is all. If you feel the urgency, let it burn inside you. Let it push you to act with power, with determination, with unstoppable force. Let it drive you to stop waiting, stop hesitating, stop holding back. Because the truth is simple. The longer you wait, the weaker you become. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. The longer you wait, the more likely it is you will never act at all. So do not wait. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. The urgency is now. Seize it. Embrace it. Live it. Because time will not stop for you. Time will not forgive you. Time will not give you back what you have wasted. And when it is gone forever. The urgency is everything. It is the difference between failure and victory, between obscurity and greatness, between regret and glory. Act now, move now, rise now, because now is all you have. And if you waste it, you waste everything. There is no victory greater than the victory of transformation. To conquer others is strength, but to conquer yourself is true power. To rise above your enemies may give you glory, but to rise above your own weakness, your own fear, your own pride, that is the victory that can never be taken away. Transformation is the ultimate triumph because it changes not just what you do, but who you are. Transformation is not easy. It is not gentle. It does not come with comfort or convenience. Transformation is war. It is the battle between the person you were and the person you are destined to become. And like all wars, it will be brutal. The old you will fight to survive. The habits, the arrogance, the doubts, the excuses, they will all scream for your attention. They will try to hold you down because the old you fears death. But the old you must die. Only then can the new you be born. The victory of transformation begins in pain. It begins in struggle, in sacrifice, in the fire that burns away everything weak inside you. You will lose things. You will lose comfort. You will lose false friends. You will lose the easy illusions that once protected you. But what you gain will be greater strength, clarity, discipline, purpose. Transformation strips away what was holding you back, so that the true warrior within can emerge. And once you have changed, once you have broken free from the chains of the past, nothing can bind you again. That is why transformation is the ultimate victory, because it cannot be reversed. A man who has truly changed can never go back to who he once was. The chains that once bound him are shattered forever. Do not mistake transformation for weakness. To admit you must change is not weakness. It is the highest form of strength. It is the courage to look yourself in the mirror and say, I can be better, I must be better, I will be better. That decision is the spark, and once the spark ignites, nothing can extinguish it. Every great leader, every legend, every figure who rose from obscurity to greatness won this battle first. They transformed themselves. They killed their old habits, their old fears, their old pride, and rebuilt themselves into something unrecognizable. And that transformation became the foundation for everything they achieved. Transformation is victory because it is permanent. Armies can be defeated, empires can fall, crowns can be taken, wealth can be stolen. But the transformed soul cannot be touched. Once you have won this war, you walk with power that no one can strip away. You carry strength that no one can weaken. You hold a victory that no enemy can erase. But you must understand transformation is not a single moment. It is not a decision you make once and forget. It is a constant fight, a daily war. Every day the old you will try to return. Every day weakness will try to creep back in. Every day excuses will try to whisper in your ear. And every day you must choose again to stand strong, to fight, to rise. That is how transformation is solidified, through relentless discipline, through unbreakable focus, through the refusal to ever go back. And when you live in this victory, everything changes. Your vision sharpens. Your purpose becomes unstoppable. People look at you and they see not just a man, not just a leader, but a force. They see someone who is not bound by the past, not trapped by fear, not limited by weakness. They see someone transformed. This is the destiny you are called to, not just to hold power, not just to win battles, not just to achieve fleeting victories. You are called to transform, to rise above what you were, to become a living example of strength, of courage, of discipline. That is the true prize. That is the final victory. So fight for it. Do not resist the fire. Do not run from the struggle. Embrace it. Let it break you. Let it remake you. Let it forge you into the version of yourself that destiny demands. Because once the transformation is complete, the victory will be yours forever. And when the world looks back, when history writes your name, they will not speak only of the battles you won or the power you held. They will speak of the transformation. They will say, here was a man who did not remain as he was. Here was a man who rose above himself and in doing so conquered everything. That is the victory of transformation. That is the triumph that no one can take away. And that is the destiny waiting for you if you have the courage to embrace it.